Well, it feels like it sometimes on this turf.
So he's been this older woman trying to run all this.
Really, the system has been awesome. All the people have made the transition very easy. Coach Harrell, Coach Stu, they made it really easy for me. I put in some extra time, definitely without having spring ball under my belt. But I came in and we, like, even before I was on campus, we were on Zoom calls, like we were installing. So they made the transition really easy. And obviously, from a personal standpoint, like off the field, like the environment's been great. Like I had no problem at all, like fitting in the locker room, and like I feel really comfortable here with the system and with the players and coaches.
What was it about Purdue that drew you here?
So I was telling him earlier, I knew nothing about Purdue when I got here. We kind of stepped on campus and we're blown away. It flies under the radar, like it's a beautiful place. It gave me a real campus feel, which I didn't have at my old school, and that's something I was looking for. It's a little bit closer to home. Obviously, it's not close to Birmingham, Alabama, but it's closer. But what really like tipped the edge was, Coach Walt and just the people here. You can tell after going through the cycle once, like people who really mean what they say, and you could tell Coach Walt, he wasn't BSing me. He was really he meant everything he was saying, and that's kind of what did it for me and my family.
I know you talked about it in the past, but just talk a little bit about your mindset coming in here with obviously Hudson is where he is, and then you coming in here trying to supplement that.
Yeah, no doubt. He's been incredible. It's awesome to watch him do what he does. He does it probably better than everyone in the country. Watching him work every day, it's only a chance for me to get better too. Just watching him practice and see how he carries himself and goes about his business on the day. It's been awesome. My mindset, coming in as like a backup quarterback, like you got to be ready to play. And that's how I'm walking in the building every day. Me and Hudson are watching tape. I'm kind of picking his mind of like what he's seeing on particular sets and stuff. So I'm attacking this thing like I'm the quarterback. That's how you got to do it, because like knock on wood, no one wants this to happen, but you're one play away from playing. So that's just kind of how I've been going about it. And creds to him again. He's been awesome with that too.
How beneficial is it to have Graham Harrell as your offensive coordinator and as your quarterback's coach?
Repeat that.
How beneficial has it been to have Graham Harrell?
No, Coach Harrell's awesome. Obviously my dream is to play in the NFL, and having someone who played in the NFL and absolutely tore college football apart, it's awesome. It makes it easier to trust him early, because he's been there, he's done it. He's succeeded at a really high level. And he's done a great job. He knows what he's talking about, obviously. And it really helps having someone who played the position, because they can really help you like from a footwork and like mechanical standpoint, because they've been in that pocket, like they've been out there when the bullets are flying, and it's been really awesome.
Were you aware of Purdue's quarterback history before?
I knew about a couple. I didn't know it was as rich as it is. That's kind of when really the first person who introduced it to me was actually Coach Rowe, our strength coach. He was talking about the cradle of quarterbacks, and you can't claim the cradle if you're not going to develop quarterbacks. So that's kind of when I was introduced to all like the rich quarterback history here at Purdue, and I was not aware really coming into it. Like I said, I knew about Drew Brees, but I'm really excited to be a part of such an awesome thing.
Did you know where Purdue was at?
Not a clue. I'm not even gonna lie. Not a clue at all. I knew it was in Indiana, but I didn't know exactly where it was necessarily.
Can you kind of just describe your skill set? People give us an idea of what you're good at, maybe what you still need to improve.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm someone who can create. I'm not someone who's going to take it for 70 yards, but I scramble. I scramble to throw. I like to extend plays. I'm really good off platform. I feel like I'm really good at doing stuff that doesn't show up on field, like on tape. Like I feel like I'm a really good locker room guy. I feel like I'm a pretty good leader. I'm a really hard worker, and I'm going to put in the extra hours. Some things I need to improve on. Sometimes I escape too early, instead of staying in trying to find something when I don't have to get out, and keeping my eyes downfield when I'm scrambling. Also, I just need to get more reps in this system specifically. It's still really new, so I'm just continuously repping this stuff. I feel good where I'm at though.
Going back to the development and the cradle of quarterback, what's it been like this past 8 weeks, this whole summer, to work with Coach Austin that works with you guys when it comes to the quarterback stuff?
Yeah, it's something I haven't really gotten before. I've always done the typical cookie cutter strength and conditioning stuff. But I mean, it's been really cool to see him implement specific quarterback training. I feel like it's already been beneficial, and only like throughout my career here, it's going to keep just building and building. But yeah, it's been really cool to have a couple of those things. Like I know as soon as that new QB documentary came out and they saw some of the quarterbacks doing that stuff, like that stuff was in the next week. Like it's just cool to see how they're always trying to make like what we do on the field, like they're trying to replicate that in the weight room. Like we're not just sitting under like a 400-pound bar, because that's not what we do, you know. They're trying to replicate what we do out here on the field, because they say like we're not lifting weights just to lift weights. We're lifting weights to be a better football player. And so, you know, that's been really awesome. Just kind of doing that kind of stuff opposed to the normal typical stuff you see in a strength and conditioning weight room.
Anything translate from Arizona State to here?
Oh, absolutely. You know, at the end of the day, it's football. A lot of this stuff is very similar. It's just getting familiar with the terminology and how Coach Harrell, like how he wants you to see stuff. And you know, that's kind of where it's really in the details, the small little stuff. Like the big picture stuff is pretty much all the same. And football is football at the end of the day. So I feel like I learned a bunch there. They did an incredible job, and I feel like a lot of that's translating just from seeing stuff pre-snap and just kind of seeing stuff on the fly. So yeah, a lot is translated.
How would you describe your experience in the portal?
It's crazy. It's a hectic couple weeks. I would describe it as your 3 years of normal high school recruiting in 2 weeks. So it's pretty crazy. You know, I actually got on a flight right before I hit the portal, and so no phone. My phone was cut off. And then I got off the plane, and it was just crazy. Like I was like, so it's definitely overwhelming too, because it's a lot's being thrown at you in a couple days. But luckily, I had a great support staff around me to kind of help me take a step back and just really identify what I was looking for in a school and a program. And I think we did. I haven't thought twice about it. I think we did an incredible job, me and my family. So kudos to them.
What are some of the wide receivers or even tight ends, guys that you've been able to work with that have impressed you?
Oh, we've got some dudes. Just to name a couple, I mean, Max Flair's going to be a baller. He made a couple great plays today. Deion Burks is a stud, man. He's as explosive as it gets. You know, really, it's hard to name a few. They're all we got some really good big receivers. I know Jamal from FAU. He's a stud. Y'all have seen him make plays here today and yesterday. We've got some dudes that are gonna light it up for sure.
Are you the number 2 quarterback?